It's March 4th. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this is Yesterday in 5 Minutes or Less. We're brought to you by the wonderful people at Eunomia CBD and Linode.com. Check the description below for more details and exclusive deals that you can only get from us. President Joe Biden said late on Tuesday that the United States would have enough COVID-19 vaccine doses for every American adult by the end of May. That's great news. It dramatically accelerates his timeline, but he also acknowledges that the U.S. has to stay vigilant against the virus. Looking at you, Texas. He also announced that he would direct states to prioritize teachers in their vaccination plans, re-emphasizing his commitment to reopening schools as soon as possible. Now, to be clear, the new date does not mean that all Americans will receive the shot by May 31st. Issues with distribution and personnel might make it take a little bit longer to get all these doses out there. The faster time estimate has been helped along by a new partnership between major U.S. drug makers. This makes for an optimistic outlook for once. That's nice. The timeline speeds up the administration's previous goal of having enough shots by the end of July by 2 months. Next. This next one's a little heavy. FBI Director Christopher Wray bluntly labeled the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol as domestic terrorism and warned of a rapidly growing threat of homegrown violent extremism. Hi, conservative Facebook friends. It's me. Are you listening? He also firmly rejected false claims made by some Republicans that anti-Trump groups organized the deadly riot. It wasn't Antifa. Law enforcement is currently conducting thousands of investigations into domestic terrorism as we speak. So many that they're having legit trouble keeping up. Lynn Wood, Sid the Slug Powell, Mike Flynn, Roger Stone, the My Pillow guy, Rudy Giuliani, Jim and Ron Watkins, and especially Donald Trump are all guaranteed to be on their shit list. That's not fake news. I saw each of them encourage the actions taken on the 6th with my own eyes. Out in the open for anyone who gave a shit to see on Twitter. Meanwhile, security in D.C. has been bulked up again this week because some people think that Donald Trump is going to be inaugurated again tomorrow on the 5th as part of the sovereign citizen conspiracy theory associated with QAnon. Google it if you don't know what it is because it's crazy stupid. Another line in the sand about to be wiped away by the real world. Buckle up! The Snyder Cut just got an official movie poster ahead of its March 18th release. If you're not familiar, the Snyder Cut is basically just the director's cut of the Justice League. And by director's cut, I mean basically a 4 hours, remake of Justice League with the same actors, minus that horrible CGI Superman mouth. They seriously put this movie out in theaters and IMAX like this. Zack Snyder had almost finished the entire original Justice League movie when a family tragedy pulled him off the project completely. Joss Whedon took over the project and honestly shit the bed. A similar situation to Rian Johnson in The Last Jedi, but unlike DC, Star Wars didn't stoop low enough to remake a shitty movie that they already released to the public. But this isn't the first time that DC messed up bad enough to do something stupid like this. Batman vs. Superman literally made 0 sense, but if you add an hour to it and call it a director's cut, it's actually pretty great. Suicide Squad was so bad that they made a sequel, but they're calling it a reboot. I swear to God. If this is another origin story with 4 returning characters, I'll turn it off and break my TV. And now this, Justice League, the Avengers of DC Comics. And this 4-hour remake has already been reported to end with a cliffhanger. There's literally 0 confirmed sequel for the Justice League, and I cannot understand why DC hates their fans so much. Their fans pushed for this harder than anyone, and they're a huge reason why this movie's being made at all. And their reward is a 4-hour cliffhanger that they might never see the end of. That's dumb! On a positive note, aside from the removal of CGI face, I'm actually pretty excited to see this movie. It's supposed to extend the backstories of some really critical characters, introduce cooler villains like Darkseid, and more. I just really wish that they would have gotten this right the first time, like Man of Steel and Wonder Woman, which are 2 of my favorite comic book movies of all time. And that's it for Yesterday in 5 Minutes. My name's Taylor Cooper. Hey, if you like this video, Please, 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 like and subscribe, hit that alert button, and check us out again tomorrow. Have a great day. Check out mbnnetwork.com for all the great podcasts that we're doing.